believe that each and every one of us, and all those not here today, deserves justice, deserves dignity, and I will not wait for politicians to hand me these rights. So I will work today and each day to come to defend our communities, to defend our environment, to defend our jobs, and to say loudly, and to say very loudly, to say very, very loudly, no to Harper! 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 No to Harper!
We're here today because we know the real threat to our security, to people in Canada, is Stephen Harper and the Conservative agenda. I want to acknowledge that I'm here because I did one small act that gained a lot of attention, but there are so many people struggling daily and fighting against the Harper government. This is what we are doing today by challenging the Conservatives at their convention before they have a chance to further jeopardize our future. Since my action, I was honored to receive a message from young activists in Egypt. Yeah! They were cheering in Cairo when they saw photos of the action with the message to stop Harper. And they confirmed our call to bring the spirit of the Arab Spring here. They told us in a video message that Harper needs to realize that the Arab Spring is not just about getting the right to a ballot box. It's about using people power to fight for dignity and rights everywhere. Yeah! Not just an Arab Spring, but a world spring. What in the end is a stop sign? It's a nod to the power of the street. It's a nod to the people who come together here to put the brakes on the Harper government. Support W! The postal workers are fighting for decent work and want to protect public services and health and safety. Their strike is an important part of a broader fight against the Harper agenda. They need all of our support.
I'm here to deliver something to you today, and it's not a letter, but it is so much gratitude from 50,000 postal workers. Because every day when we're going out on our walk, we're not seeing what the media is saying, that the post office is irrelevant or postal workers are greedy. What we're seeing is people saying, good luck, we support you, you need to win, it will never be enough, they want you poor. Our struggle is one about the future of working people and public services in Canada. If they lower the bar for us, they will lower the bar for everyone. And some of this is about unionization of public sector workers, because they know unions stand between us and poverty. So we're fighting to make sure that we have a universal service. We know it's the work of the unions and people like you that have kept a public service. Our fight is aimed at stopping the race to the bottom. It's a race with no winners and all of us as losers.
Hear, hear.
Harper's austerity agenda includes a world with less public services, less rights for workers, and a bleak future for all of us. I know the rich bankers, I know the rich people, they have lots of options. They don't need the public services. We need them. So we would ask you to stand with us, continue to stand with us as you have in the past. This strike has shown postal workers aren't alone. This has shown that people are not going to accept that we should have poverty, any of us. And we are going to continue our struggle. Our struggle is the same struggle as yours have. We stand with you, and we hope you will stand with us. Thank you very much.
there are so many people that can't be here today. So many of our friends and community members that have been arrested, rounded up, and deported by Citizenship and Immigration Canada that operates out of that building right there. Now this country, under the Conservative government, is deporting more people than ever, over 20,000 people this year. And every one of those people is someone's sister or brother, someone's neighbor, someone's friend. Yet they're ripped out of their communities, ripped away from their homes, and thrown in jail and deported back to poverty, deported back to danger, and sometimes deported back to death. We're here today because we know what the Conservative agenda is. Despite their talk of multiculturalism, we know that they plan to increase deportations, to throw refugees in jail, and to make it even easier to exploit migrant workers. And we're not going to stand for that. We also know that their agenda includes more money for jails, more money for wars, and more money for the cops right here that are harassing us on the street. And we're here to make clear today, to make clear that we know what their agenda is, and we are going to be there to fight that agenda and to resist that agenda every step of the way. The other thing that we need to make very clear today is that not only are we going to fight and resist that agenda, but that when we fight together, that we can win. We saw it in Toronto with No One Is Legal when we pushed immigration enforcement out of women's shelters. We saw it again just last week when Alvaro Orozco, a friend and queer migrant artist, was facing deportation, and the community rallied together to stop his deportation, and we won that fight. So as we're marching here today, let's all remember that if we're taking anything from today, is that when we fight together, when we fight for status for all migrants, when we fight for justice for our communities, and when we fight to stop Harper, we can win. Thank you.
United States anymore. It's the Canadian government. It's Harper's regime. As someone mentioned, that in the Conservative Party Congress, that there's actually a room dedicated to Canada-Israel friendship. That there's an entire room from their Congress committed to celebrating their friendship. As 1.5 million people lay under siege, as 5 million people remain displaced, as 40 people were killed in the last 2 weeks, trying to return back to their homeland. This is Canada's response, that we're going to celebrate our friendship with the apartheid state of Israel. Canada was the first country when the democratically elected government of the Palestinian Authority in 2006 was elected to cut off all funding to the Gaza Strip. Canada was the first government to defund over $15 million to UNRWA, United Nations Relief Work Agency, which is the only provider of basic food to Palestinian refugees and all of the refugee camps in the Arab world and in the Gaza Strip and West Bank. As we know, Harper has become very clearly Israel's best friend for its own foreign interests, but even though it may seem bleak, here in Canada, the boycott, divestment and sanctions movement is gaining ground. The Northwest knows it, and the Israeli embassy knows it, or they wouldn't put money into paying staff to fight the BDS campaign that's growing every day. As we see many postal workers here, they were the first national union to endorse the campaign. And just recently, the New Brunswick Federation of Labour just passed a resolution in support of boycott, divestment and sanctions. We will not only defeat Harper's regime, but we will build a campaign for boycott, divestment, and sanctions.
I'd like to welcome all of you to Algonquin unceded territory. Women and girls believe that all levels of government are responsible for protecting Aboriginal women and ensuring that those who harm our women will be punished and prosecuted. Those in government who no longer wish to listen and who have closed their ears and their hearts, you will be hearing from us very soon. We are not afraid to come knocking on your door. We are not afraid to call you out on your broken promises. Unfortunately, the Harper government has drastically cut the funding for Native Women's Association of Canada. So that families could continue to get support and encouragement that they need to fight their long and difficult battles for justice. In January of this year, along with Beverly Jacobs, the former president of NOWAR, and my friend and ally Kristen Gilchrist, we co-founded a grassroots non-profit volunteer organization called Families of Sisters in Spirit. Families of Sisters in Spirit is led by families of missing and murdered Aboriginal women in Canada. While we are a national group and part of a collective of families across the country, we are drawing attention to the lack of attention given to cases. We hope that by coming together to support families of missing and murdered Aboriginal women, we can bring about the changes that are needed. We, the families of Sisters in Spirit, believe that moving forward on the issue of missing and murdered Aboriginal women requires political will. The federal government's deficiencies in addressing this issue are shameful. We, the families of Sisters in Spirit, refuse to be silenced. We, the families of Sisters in Spirit, refuse to be held hostage by funding agreements. Families of Sisters in Spirit do not fear the punitive nature of this government. We, the families of Sisters in Spirit, have nothing more to lose. That which was most precious to us, our mothers, daughters, our sisters, our grandmothers, have already been taken from us. Shame! We, the families of Sisters in Spirit, will continue to share our stories and make recommendations. We, soul of this work. And although the Sisters in Spirit initiative is over, our life's work is far from over. We are families of Sisters in Spirit, and we ain't going anywhere. We're here to stay. No more stolen sisters. 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 No more
One final stop. We're headed to the Congress Center. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey yo, on the government, upon Babylon, upon this corrupted land on which we walking on. Hey yo, people, are you ready? Are you really ready?
Where you at? Right here. So tell me what you want from me. Where you at? You're right here where I'm supposed to be.
It's one team, get up and let's ride.
Right now, turn the system upside down. You're supposed to be fed up by now. Turn the system upside down. Get up.
You place the world on your shoulders and fight the good fight. Justice makes your heart pound and your fist shall always rise. Fist shall always rise. Sleeping all the warriors, we're here to wake you up, wake you up, wake you up. Sleeping all the warriors, we're here to wake you up, wake you up, wake you up. Sleeping all the warriors, we're here to wake you up, wake you up, wake you up. Sleeping all the warriors, we're here to wake you up, wake you
Under the Harper regime, the government has gone on the offensive to extract every last bit of profit from Mother Earth on the backs of our peoples and the environment. This is a return to the colonial economy, nowhere more evident than in northern Alberta, where Indigenous communities have been converted to a sacrifice zone for Harper and his corporate bosses in the tar sands. This has become the biggest source of pollution in Canada and made Canada the biggest international climate criminal. Canada has actually claimed that the tar sands can be referred to as ethical oil. This is bullshit! This is like saying the British practiced ethical slavery. At the end of the day, it's destruction of peoples for profit, and it's wrong. Under the Harper regime, the government has taken a hardline stance against Aboriginal treaty rights. They have sought to divide and conquer our communities.
I say stop! You say Harper! Stop!
This is a spark. This is setting the tone of resistance for the next 4 years. And we are very proud to join with movements and uprisings around the world, from Greece to Spain to Martinique to Egypt. We are joining with them, and we are part of changing history right now. So the agenda that Harper represents, what does it represent? It's going to be brutal cuts to services and jobs, this much we know. We know that they've already made that move. We know that they've already made the move towards huge tax breaks for corporations. More than just calling this brutal or calling this just, blanket austerity, we need to look at this for what it is. This is a transfer of wealth. This is money out of the pockets of poor people in this country and lining the banks of the rich. We are going to be there to fight them every step of the way.
Hell yeah!
We know that capitalism is violent. We know that is, in its very essence, that is what it is. Poverty is violent. You can choose to be part of changing history, of building movements that will tear this down, and we will build something better in its place. So we go from here, again, we go from here because this is a spark, but we need to build a giant fucking fire. Everything we've got. And as OCAP says, we take in our hearts and we say, fight to win.
Why don't you give me a call when you decide you're willing to fight for what you think is real, for what you think is right?